online, but still, like you need to see people wearing it to know how to put it together, right?
Correct,
Yes, online can do so much. And I think our guest is here.
Okay, Nicole is here. So let's get them ready, prep. And get Nicole to join us as well. But I definitely agree with you, Anne, in the sense that a small town can be very lonely, can be very isolated. And if anything else, I think at the end of the day, I can't imagine myself living in a bloody small town at all.
Yeah, no, let's not do it.
No, let's not do it. Folks, you're tuning in to the 3 Quirks 89.3 FM. We're going to have Nicole be joining us at Devil's Own Zone. So it'll be interesting with the name of the band, Devil's Own Zone. Her and her other band partners will be joining us. So let's get another song on and let's bring Nicole back in. 89.3 FM. This is good for you. Tuning in with the 3 Quirks and a Turk at 89.3 FM. The Devil's Own Zone. Nicole and Jamie, welcome to the studio for Friday. Nicole, how are you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I am good. I'm good. I'll get you speaking to the microphone, Nicole. That's good. All right. So what's your Friday looking like so far?
So far, work. And now we travelled up here to come to the studio and to have some fun and, chill out with you guys for the next hour and talk about our band. And, Jamie?
Jamie, how are you, bro?
I'm good, mate. Good.
Yes.
Just finished work, so ready to have a Corona with you guys. And
nice.
That's the way.
That's the way we rock and roll, mate. That's how we rock and roll. So, Nicole, it's interesting because I do know and have followed you over the years, and I do know some of the cast and members that you work with. It's interesting to see that the creative industry in Australia is picking up. The film industry is there. But it's interesting also to see that you are a very diverse actor, a multi-talent woman, but also what I'm intrigued about is a pro wrestler. Where did I come from?
Well, it stemmed from when I was 5 years old. I fell in love with the Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan.
Oh, Hulk Hogan. Yeah, we were just talking about that. Hulk Hogan.
Really?
Yes.
That's classic. Yeah, no, look, my dad, my nan originally got my dad into it, and then my dad didn't have any sons, and then my dad introduced me into it, and then it was when I discovered Ultimate Warrior originally because he reminded me of He-Man, and when I was a kid I was obsessed with He-Man and She-Ra. So
I love He-Man as well, yes.
It was like the human version of He-Man, and I'm like, one day I'm going to be exactly like Ultimate Warrior. And then,
Well, your dream comes true.
24 years later.
24 years later, but it's not about how many years you waited for your dreams to come true. The fact is
that's how long I've been wrestling for.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Bloody hell, 24 years.
That's a long time. Yeah. Well, we were just talking about how wrestling is not just a sport, but it's also acting. It's acting, it's theatric, it's a sport at the same time, right? It's so fascinating. So how did you get started in pro wrestling?
So like when I was a kid, I was obsessed with Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan, and then it was actually my dad. So I come from Wollongong and I grew up in Wollongong, and there was no wrestling down there, and I used to watch it on the TV, the WWF, and I was obsessed with WCW and ECW. I was obsessed with like hardcore wrestling, and I used to get my siblings to whack me over back with vacuum cleaner hoses and all that kind of stuff. But so it was my dad. He actually, it was in Fairfield, and he saw like a pamphlet, and it was a company called ACW, Australian Championship Wrestling.
Okay.
And then he, because we'd go to my dad's, for the school holidays and stuff like that. And he's like, oh, Nick, you got to check out this wrestling show. And I'm like, oh, yeah. So I went, and then it wasn't the high fly stuff.
Yeah.
It was the main event, which was a coffin match. And it was with Andy Harpus, who was originally my trainer, and a guy called Mad Dog. And he threw him in and he lit it on fire, and I looked at my dad and I said, I can do that.
And then off you did it, right?
He goes, well, prove it. So I ended up going to the training on the Tuesday.
So you're not very soft then, I'll take it.
Am I soft?
Jamie, is she soft, mate?
Yes.
She's very soft?
Very soft.
Soft.
You guys say
she
that.
looks tough, but she's very soft.
She's soft. You're in trouble.
It's interesting, Nicole, also because we actually do a lot of stuff with Adam Washburn. I'm not sure if you know.
Oh, yeah.
He's been in here so many times, and pro wrestling as well. He loved the stuff, and I thought maybe we should get you two together. We could put an act together, get you two in the ring, and start beating each other up. That'd be a bloody great show. Great show.
It'd be interesting.
So tell us about Devil's Own Zone.
Devil's Own.
Devil's Own.
Yep.
So the name just sounds so evil and nasty. So tell us a bit about your music, mate. So Jamie, why Devil's Own? Why not God's Own? Why Devil's Own?
Devilzown because we're a little bit on the dark side, but it was mainly because of Nicole.
Yeah.
We thought everything centres around her.
Yeah.
She's our singer, our main star in the band, and we thought nothing better than Devilzown, and it's referred to her. She loves skulls and the dark side, so that's why.
So she loves witchcraft. She loves everything dark. Yeah.
Skulls, I know.
Yeah.
She loves.
But what's the dark side?
Yeah, what's the dark side? Nicole, can you share that with us?
Right?
Like whips and chain. What's the dark side?
Hey, we can add those in there. No, like basically, well, also like there's a band that I like super obsessed with.
Yeah.
I love them. They're called 5 Finger Death Punch.
Haven't heard of them.
And you gotta check.
They're
them out.
good.
They're really good.
5 Fingers Death Punch.
Five
That
Finger
sounds
Death
like a
Punch.
martial art movie.
FFDP. Yeah. And like there's a song in there called The Devil's Own, and it's like real dark and like Jamie, he pitched it to me. I'm like, oh, that sounds mad. And then I remembered, like The Devilzown, and I thought originally that's where he'd got it from.
Yeah.
But it just fit. And then like just because of like my wrestling stuff, being like the bad guy for so many years as well, it kind of fits. And especially like with him, how he smashes his drums and stuff, and he gets into it like big time. It's like a completely different persona.
Yeah.
So like with wrestling, you got that character. And
That's
it's
right.
like in music, you have that character too. So
That's right. It's interesting because I've got Diana here, who's a opera trained soprano singer, and I've got a rock and roll singer here. So I think, what a bloody clash of, it's so interesting right here, Diana.
It's amazing. I was actually just sitting here being just completely blown away. I just love it. I'm really inspired by your ability at such a young age to just embrace what you connected with. And it's such a beautiful story. I'm really in awe because I've come to this quite late in life, and I was talking earlier about just allowing myself to express myself now as an adult, but I just love that your little self was just so true. You just connected with something and you just ran with it. I think it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like sometimes you have to connect with your little self, right?
Yeah.
So, folks, let's get another song on here with the Confusion Sound by Devilzown, 89.3 FM. Let's rock and roll.
Shadows of life destroyed.
89.3 FM, and that was Devilzown, Confusion Sound. Ladies, what's your thoughts?
Did you feel the adrenaline in the song?
Mate, I feel like I want to jump onto this bloody console here and dive down there, aka Ghoul Star in the house, mate. You know? Aka Niki, Nitro, pro wrestler and singer. How you feel after that, listening to your song going live on here?
Oh, I'm so thankful. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. It reminds me of like Alice Cooper kind of vibe, heavy metal, Metallica. But it's interesting, Nicole, is that I've noticed that these days, a lot of young generation are actually going back, listening to rock and roll music in the 60s, 70s, and 80s.
Yeah,
right?
that's what we were only talking about like a week or so ago. Yeah. Yeah, which is great, you know, like bringing that. But the only thing, like, well, personally for me, I don't like is that, you know, they're bringing, you know, like they're revamping the songs, but they're kind of putting their own spill on it. And it's like, man, you know, like when you're a muso and stuff, and you like what you say, you know, some people just like things original.
The original is always
correct.
Yeah, it's so much better. You can connect with it because, you know, like everyone knows it. But like, I guess thanks to what's that TV show called that's just released in Metallica, and it's Stranger Things. Yeah,
Stranger Things.
They've released it like Running Up That Hill from Wendy Matthews and like all of those. Yeah, Master of Puppets and all of them. It's been good.
So what will be your message then? I guess to the producers out there. I know that a lot of them out there are always constantly looking for something that's new, unique, and it's different. So what you've just said there, Nicole, is that original music is always better than a remix. So what would be your advice to a lot of music artists like BMG, EML, Sony? They shouldn't stuff around with the original music. Keep it as it is, right?
Well, like, I understand, you know, that you have to bring it up. You know, like, you've got to make it this generation.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you have songs that you really can connect with and they have, like, a deeper meaning for you, and it's an original song, you kind of... Well, personally, for me, I don't like that, you know, they'd put their own spill on, like, really good classic songs because it's like, man, why do you want to do that for? You know, like, but then you've got, what's that one where the Michael Jackson and they did the...
Smooth Criminal.
Yeah, Smooth Criminal. That was good.
When they do a better version of it, that's good when they put some forward into it.
So you're not against recover?
No, I'm not against.
But as long as there's a damn good recover of the mix, right?
That's what our band gimmick is pretty much when we do shows down the Illawarra and Wollongong.
Okay.
We do a revamp show where we do all cover songs that have been redone by people. Yeah. But they've got to have been done better than the original.
It's got to be done the right way, right?
That's correct.
And it's every 10 to 15 years you hear a remake of a remake of a remake.
Yes.
And then you look up the original and it's like played in 1890, you know, like many years ago.
That's
like,
right.
Like Poor Anchor, Put Your Head on My Shoulder.
Yeah.
You know, like that song.
Well, why don't you give me a bit of a tune how you would go about singing that, Put Your Head on My Shoulder,
you would
going live. All right, let's hear that, Nicole, right? It actually speaks louder words in the studio.
An opera singer.
Let's do it together.
Let's do it together. All right, hang on. I'm going to film this.
Yeah, with James.
I want to see you guys do this together. All right. All right, let's do that together.
Not really, but I'll follow you.
All right, you go.
You ready?
Okay, you ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Put your head on my shoulder, hold me in your arms, baby, squeeze me oh so tight, baby, tell me that you love me too.
Maybe.
I love how you girls just know what to do, right? Like, you just know exactly what to sing, how to... I can see, Diana, you're looking over like, I'm just going to, play in sync with her.
I'm thinking in my head, what's the next words? With that kind of stuff, like, put anchor, like, put your head on my shoulder. That's
like
nice.
that.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, I remember
like
that from my childhood.
Yeah, like that song. And it was getting quite, like, big for a little bit there last year.
Yeah, that's
but
right.
Yeah, now it's just faded out again.
But that's like in the studio the other day.
To sit forward.
She sang Kate Bush, Running Up That Hill. And I was just like, goosebumps everywhere going, wow. It was unbelievable.
Which part of your body was getting good?
Just the arms,
everywhere?
mate.
Arms everywhere?
Just the arms, but it was good.
Because Kate Bush is a very different again.
Oh, she's very,
it's very different again. That's
No.
So for you to sing that, you would know, Diana, it's like the vocal range is totally different, right?
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see that you can actually cover like rock and roll, ballad, and all that. Because these days you have to be. You have to be. And what's interesting also, Nicole, is that entertainment's back, which is really good. I mean, like Destination New South Wales and a lot of the government agencies now are actually promoting live entertainment, and it's really good to see. So are you feeling that you guys are getting booked out for gigs and things are happening, the magic's happening at the moment?
You want to talk?
Yeah.
Here, yeah.
What we're doing is we're doing a little bit of promotion,
Yeah.
you know, the websites, the Facebook kind of marketing,
Okay.
and we're starting to gain traction, but it's
Okay.
early days. A lot of our traction has been stalled over the past 2 years just via, we joined a band, me and Niki met in a band called Vicious Circle.
Okay.
And then the two people that got us together, they left, so then we formed this band, and then we needed a bass player, we got a guitar, then he left, and everybody's just left and come and gone.
Yeah.
So we've been training up members the whole time,
Yes.
and now we've got a pretty rock solid crew, but they're still green a little bit, the two guitarists. But now that we've started to play a couple of shows and people are seeing that we're bringing in the crowds and whatnot, and how she sings is just phenomenal. We're starting to gain traction, but we'd love to gain more traction.
So the other two members are green. So what can we do to make them turn purple, red, or brown?
They've got to come to practice more. And
That's
train more.
it, mate. That's what it is, isn't it? You got to show up, mate. You know what I'm saying?
We had, like, because what Jamie was saying, we did have, like, you know, the other guitarist and bass player in that, and then it's so hard because, you know, like, people have lives and families and stuff like that, and, you know, like, when you have the older, like, people that come in, you know, sometimes they get sick or whatever, but like, these guys, I have to say, you know, like, even though, like, because our set list is so, like, diverse, you know, like, we'll go from Metallica to, like, Pink to, you know, like, Katy Perry to Shania Twain, all of that, you know, like, so, like, it's so diverse.
That's very diverse.
So, like, these guys, I have to say, like, Yilmaz had 2 weeks?
Yeah.
He had 2
Wow.
weeks
2
to
weeks
learn, like, this whole set
34
list.
songs.
Jeez, 34
And
songs.
then, he did awesome. And then we've got Chris that's just come in as well. So, like, those two, you know, because they're both guitarists, so, you know, they have to go, okay, well, you know, you're going to do, like, the leads
rhythm.
here, rhythm, blah, blah, blah. So, like, those two have to work together.
Yeah.
For us, it's all right. Like Jamie, you know, like Jamie and Luigi, you know, like they, because it's like bass and drums, you know, those two sync like so well, you know, and they know each other, and it's like head nod, and, you know, like they just know. But the other two are still, because they're only new to each other as well, they don't really know each other as well.
Takes a while to build a relationship.
That's
right?
it.
And Nicole, you touched on something before. You said they have to balance as well, right? And that's the thing that we talk about all the time, right? Like, you know, being creative artists and balancing other work as well. That's quite difficult.
Yeah, it is.
How do people manage that? I mean, how do you manage that?
Well, like, I don't have children.
Hey,
So I'm okay. but you know, I do so much other stuff. But like, if I didn't have this one here, like, he's always like, Nick, we need to practice, we need to do this, we need to do that. He's always jumping down my throat, which is good, you know.
It's
so
good.
I need that kick from him.
No, what
you know.
you got to keep practicing to be perfection. You know?
And that's what he's like. He's
That's
like,
right.
we got to do this. We got to do this. You need to teach me which parts I've got to sing in.
I'm really glad that you touched base on that, because we do get a lot of musos into the studio, and a lot of them, they want to be a celebrity, they want to be a star, but, you know, they don't practice, they don't hone their art and craft. So what will be your advice to a lot of our young listeners out there who want to, say, get into the music industry? Say, give us 3 advice, what they need to do.
Free advice, Jamie?
Free advice would be work hard, work harder,
and work
even
really hard.
harder.
I knew you were going to say that.
No, even with the drums, you think you're at the top of your game, and then you learn new stuff, and you're continually learning. And I would say, to be serious, I'd say work hard. Second thing would be listen to people that have been around and done things where you can. And then keep on pushing yourself forward, getting into that comfort zone, not too far forward where you're not enjoying it anymore. But just on that precipice where you're still enjoying it and you're at your best.
So what's the secret to success? There are none.
There is none.
No,
You're there at the right time.
That's right.
That is so true. Let's get another song on here with Gaslighter, Devilzown, 89.3 FM.
burning flames. Desire burning flames. Destroying my insides, making me insane. Telling myself it ain't okay. But he's tapping into my brain. Try to make me explain. Making me out to be insane. Keep snorting your coke, it's fucking your brain. Try to escape the madness again. Kidding yourself if you think it's fine. Hanging around is just so you. Why you holding on for? Fuck you. Fuck you. You screwed up, now go away. It was you betrayed. You betrayed. Lying on my face for all of that time, blaming me for all your lies, whilst you were the one talking shit. We're in a mind and others' lives. Proud of yourself, no, it's not alright. Gaslighting people to arrive. Good at everything, now I'm out. You're nothing but a fool who's locked out. Locked out, locked out. I wrote this song just for you, so you know just how I feel. Thinking you can make me out to be a puppet on a string. But I grew strong and I found a good thing, good thing, good thing within myself. Now I win. Now I win. Never going through that shit again. I'm the real deal and now you're dead. To me, you're the end. Never gonna hurt me again. I'm not the player in your game, your game. Now I'm stronger, but you're the same. That'll be the only thanks I'll say. Jesus time, burning flame. Never gonna hurt again.
89.3 FM
Your
in
local
the
station,
studio.
89.3 2GLF.
In the studio here, we have Nicole. Mate, that was amazing. Devil's Own. Nicole and Jamie, you know, it's really amazing to see that you're doing something that you love, you're passionate about it, but at the end of the day, like, you know, you're an actor, you're a singer, you're a band, you're a pro wrestler. Which one's your favorite, Nicole? Because there's a three talent right there. I'm not too sure. I'll get confused. I'm like, who do you want to be on the end of the day?
Who do I want to be?
Yes. A pro wrestler, a singer, or an actress?
I've been asked this question so many times, and it's like when you think about it,
Yeah.
like it's basically the same thing because it's all entertainment.
True.
The only difference is some wrestlers can't sing, some wrestlers can't wrestle, and some wrestlers can't act.
That's
you
correct.
know? So it's like, but other than that, like, I don't know, I'd have to say just like my brain, like, I don't know, the way that my brain works, I think I like them more equally.
No, that's fine.
You know, I think it's so great that you're an artist that can do so many things, right? Because an artist isn't defined by one thing, right?
True.
As we all know. And in the entertainment space, you need to have multi-talents, right? Otherwise, how do you survive?
That's right.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, Davey, I think we all want to be the best version of ourselves, right?
Thank you, Nicole, for that answer.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Diani, what's your thoughts? Because you're like a soprano singer, and you're also, you're in government and you're a lawyer. So tell us, the end of the day, what side do you feel like the best side of you? The creative side, the professional side? Tell us.
Yeah, it's a great question, and I grappled with it myself for many years, thinking that I needed to choose. And actually, the beauty of life is you don't need to choose, as Nicole said. You can be all in one, and that's the beauty of self-expression. You go through your life, you have experiences, you respond creatively to that. And my choice to be a lawyer, like from a migrant family, as I've told you before.
That's right.
I was the good girl doing everything that everyone wanted me to.
Are you still a good
do.
girl, or
Well,
you still
actually,
party hard now?
I'm trying really hard to be as naughty as possible in my old age.
Don't worry, you're joining the 3 Quirks. We're going to crop you.
I think just embrace it all.
Embrace it?
You can be everything. You can be a
Okay.
lawyer, you can work in government, you can be a soprano, you can do voiceover, you can be a wrestler. I think it's wonderful. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Second that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jamie works for government too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's a
Department
drummer.
of
But
Defence and both are good.
Yeah.
Having a
So
variety.
guys, Jamie and Nicole, Christmas is around the corner. Is there a special wish you want to send out to our listeners for Christmas?
you want to send out? I'll send out after.
All right. I'd love to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, particularly my 4 grandchildren and my 3 kids. That'd be beautiful. Thank you.
And Nicole, your wish to our listeners up there?
Merry Christmas to everybody and everyone that's listening today, and all of you guys, and a big Merry Christmas to my family and my beautiful mum who's in heaven, and my stepdad who's in heaven.
Everyone you love is in heaven.
Yeah, not everyone, not yet. Touch wood. But like my nieces and nephews, all my friends, and
Your
everyone.
social. What about your social handles? What are they, and your website?
Oh gosh, there's so many of them. www.devilzown.com.au.
Okay.
Then you have my acting one,
Yeah.
Nicole Sharrick, aka Hayley Rock from Housos.
Okay.
You have our Instagram handle, Devil's Own. Devil's Own, and then my other one, Niki Nitro _ Hayley Housos official.
Okay.
And what else do we
Okay, I
have?
think that's plenty
And
for
then
you.
Niki Nitro. Yeah.
Diani, what about what's your social handle skills?
Our social handles, so Instagram and Facebook are soprano.diani, spelled DHAYANI, and my website, Diani, DHAYANI.herenow.com.
Love it. And what's your social handle skills? No, you don't have one. 3 Quirks and a Turk, 89.3
3
FM,
Quirks and a
right?
Turk, that's it. Nicole,
Fuck.
can you just spell out your website again with your surname?
Yeah. www.devilzown.com.au.
Folks, that's it for the 3 Quirks, 89.3 FM. We'll catch up to you same time, same place next week. See you later. Bye.
Very prosperous, safe New Year.